Welcome to another episode of Game Informer's Test Chamber. I'm here with fellow editor Ben Reeves. How you doing, Ben?
How's it going, Javy?
Yeah, we're checking out Virginia, which is out
I'm definitely
today.
checked out.
What? Oh, you've checked out? Yeah.
Derail it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is out today. Tell me about it.
This is out today. It's a first-person narrative adventure game that's based off of the work of like the Coen brothers. Like it's really inspired by that sort of neo-noir stuff. So we're talking Fargo, we're talking Blood Simple. It's got some little X-Files, Twin Peaks peppered in there. So we're going to check that out.
Their classic works, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard you utter the words Coen Brothers, and that's all I need to know. I haven't even seen this game yet, but I'm curious to dive in, obviously, because I'm a fan.
Yeah, so we've skipped past the opening credits and just gone straight into the action, but the opening credits are pretty cool. But let's just go ahead and get to the game. You play an FBI graduate named Ann Tarver, and you're on the case looking for a missing child in a small town in 1992.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way back when.
Yeah.
What were you doing in 92?
I was 3 years old.
What?
Yeah.
Are you really that young?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I'm sure there's people listening to us who are even younger.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this is how the game looks. This is the art style. So the whole game is dialogueless.
Okay.
Characters don't talk to each other. You have to like check out their facial animations and get a read on them. You basically spend a lot of the game reading the room.
Okay.
And it's fascinating to me because, you know, it's a different way of interacting with characters. A lot of first-person narrative adventure games don't even have characters. You're just looking around going through like garbage and stuff to get like a voice recording. But fully animated, have to read stuff. All right. So we're starting here.
Okay. This is the beginning of what chapter again?
This is chapter 2.
So it's not too far into the game.
No. We're like maybe 7-8 minutes in. We just skip past the main credits because they take a minute.
Okay.
All right.
I love those photos on the wall.
Yeah, it's great.
Great art.
Yeah. All right. The whole game's made in Unity, and it runs really well too. I was kind of shocked because these kind of games have a reputation for like running like garbage on a release.
Right.
This one's pretty good.
Visually, kind of a cool. I don't know, aesthetic. I don't know. Is it,
Yeah. It's Firewatch-esque a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's maybe the term I'd use. It's kind of cartoon-ish, but
still
very
got the
clean,
strokes
simple.
of realism.
Yeah.
All right. And there's that sort of familiar orchestra music that you might hear in a Coen Brothers movie.
Mm-hmm. Now, is there anything we need to know, like story-wise set up, or is it better to sort of experience it?
It's better to experience it. Right now, we're about to find out why we're here in this mysterious room.
We're on the list, lady.
We're too cool. We are VIP.
All right. That's right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We are now Clarice from Silence of the Lambs.
We're an official FBI agent.
Yeah. And so the game also has these sort of weird dreamlike sequences that dive into Anne's past and tell us a little bit about her character. And that was like the first one. And they're just sort of peppered throughout. And sometimes it'll just be shocking when they show up.
Okay.
Like out of nowhere.
Yeah, so that was pretty weird.
Yeah, that was just like a small taste.
Does that make sense by the end of the game, what just happened?
Yeah.
All right. Is that you or your friend or lover? What is that? Tell me everything, JV.
No, I don't want to say. You have to play the game to find out. But yeah.
The subtitles are really interesting. They do subtitles for the
for
noises,
dialogue.
but not for dialogue.
Yeah. I turned them on because I didn't know that the game lacked dialogue, and I just kept waiting for like the dialogue to come.
Okay, I thought it was just a weird artistic choice.
No. Because I usually have subtitles on. That's just the way I play. All right.
Nice fingernail polish.
Yeah, and so Anne's gone through some sort of trauma that they don't really explain in the beginning, but you know, like this broken key has something to do with it, and by the end you'll know.
Okay.
But yeah, there are nice little touches, like you can look at your body, see it. I'm always a big fan of that.
You're big on that, aren't you?
Yeah. It's a nice little detail.
It's not really a selling point for me in games, but
As someone who grew up with like Half-Life and never like, the moment they did that where you could see your hands and your legs, I was always sold on it.
All right. Now, are there puzzles to this game? Is it mostly just kind of walking around? And then there
are no puzzles like in The Witness or anything. A lot of it is just going from point A to point B to point Z. But you can explore environments, and it does have some sort of environmental storytelling. Like you can just look around and see, oh, this is who Anne is. She has, she reads these kind of books.
She's a big fan of cardboard boxes.
Yeah, big fan. She's moved in here clearly. So there's a lot of storytelling wrapped in that. But it's also, it's not just roaming around in boxes and stuff like in Gone Home or walking around in like Dear Esther. Like this is a thriller. This is a interactive thriller. You will, actually interact with characters. There's also a buddy comedy element to it because you partner up with another FBI agent.
Okay.
So it's not just like you're looking around rummaging through people's garbage. Also, there are jump cuts like this.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's Coen Brothers-esque.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There are tons of these, too.
I can get that. Comedy element, you say?
Yeah, there's some slight comedy elements. Ooh, a trophy. I didn't get that one the first time through.
You did better this time. It's because I'm here. But that's interesting you say there's comedy because in a game without dialogue, I guess I'm curious how they communicate the comedy if it's just like some dumb slapstick
it's
animated thing like Lego.
It's mostly sort of
Lego games.
Yeah. No, it's not to that sort of kinetic level, but like, your partner will see you do something dumb, like drop a folder or something, and she'll just give you a look, and it's just sort of humorous enough on its own. And there's Ben Hansen just stepped in for a second and then disappeared.
Real creeper.
Yeah. And this is a game filled with creepers. We should have had him on. Oh, well.
Yeah, he's terrible.
But yeah, like sort of these huge environments that you don't even have to necessarily interact with. You can just walk around.
Mm-hmm. Can you use somebody else's desk?
I don't know. I never bothered to figure that out.
You're a big fan of picking things up in games too, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Which is weird in here because I love this, but you can't really do that in here. Like you can just sort of look around. But
that's why I didn't get a 10.
Yeah, that is exactly why I didn't get a 10. I can't throw a toaster through a window.
Have we talked about your score yet? What'd you give this?
9.25.
That's a good score.
Yeah, I feel like it sort of pushes this little subgenre that's been coming out since 2010 of like the Dear Esthers, the Gone Homes. Like this is just a more not like universally interesting game, but it's like something that will speak to a wider audience. Like I feel like more people will get into this.
Okay.
Because of like it's basically a Coen Brothers movie as a game.
How long did it take you to play through?
About 3 hours.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not that long.
It's a long Coen Brothers film.
About 30 minutes, baby.
30 minutes? What?
Yeah. Like some of their like No Country for Old Men is like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah. That's a great movie.
That is a great movie. What's your favorite Coen Brothers movie?
Probably the one you just said.
Oh, really?
Let's see. What else?
That's not a weird choice. It's just an interesting one because most people are like, that's their best recent one. But like they go back to, for me, it's Miller's Crossing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people say, crap, I'm blanking on the name. What's the one with the baby?
Oh, the one with the baby. Oh, Raising Arizona.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people say that one.
Yeah. I hear a lot of people say Barton Fink too, which is weird. It's just a very strange movie.
I like the one with that Barton Fink was okay. I like the one with the Hudsucker Proxy.
Yeah, people don't like that one, but I think it's pretty funny.
No, I thought it was great. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, but
maybe I'm just I don't know.
No, that's a good movie. It's not like their other movies, and I think that's why people didn't like. I also like the Lady Killers movie they did with Tom Hanks.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah. I don't love it, but like I like it more than most people, I think.
Okay, smile and nod.
Yeah, but yeah. So the jump cut thing again. Like you'll just be walking somewhere and then suddenly end up in a completely different situation, and it's just sort of startling, especially later on as the game gets prone to doing it, like just jumping around a lot.
Okay. Early, kind of creepy.
Yeah, it builds it builds tension because you don't know when it's like a jump scare waiting to happen, but it's like as a cinematic technique, it's interesting. This is our partner, Maria Ortega.
Hey, she's really into you.
Yeah, she kind of hates you for some reason.
How do you know her name?
We find out in a minute.
Okay.
And it was the name of the file we got earlier. Like, this is your partner. And we're also spying on her too, because she's under internal investigation.
You seem to know a lot about this already. And this is all stuff you sort of have pieced together throughout the experience.
Yeah, you piece together throughout the game.
Because so far, like, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but
yeah, I mean, that's normal, because, like, I spent, like, the first hour going, what is going on? All right, we're searching for something, okay.
Do you think that would turn some people off? Just being like, wow, this is just a bunch of random scenes that kind of don't make any sense?
I think in the first hour, but it does make sense as the game goes on, so I think a lot of people, you know, if they're not going to... if they're not willing to like stick with it for, you know, longer than an hour maybe, but I think if they give it a chance, they'll get really into it.
All right, so you recommend definitely sticking with it, seeing where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who made this?
It's a new developer. It's 2 people with a bunch of contractors. They're called Variable State. The lead developer worked with EA for 10 years or something before branching out to do his own thing.
So you're controlling the camera during those sequences,
yeah.
but that's about it because the car is moving.
Yeah. I'm controlling her face and eyes and stuff.
Her face and eyes.
Yeah.
They trying to pay with their FBI
expense reports.
Like,
this is the real game, actually.
Just have that laid open. Like, just, you know, just give us pretty good service.
Yep.
We're FBI.
And it starts sort of low key, but later on there are action sequences. But, you know, you don't have to do dumb quick time events. It's not like a Telltale game where it's like, oh, press X to punch someone.
Yeah, I mean, man, so far it's been even less involved than something like Gone Home, I would say. Because Gone Home, you're kind of like picking everything up and reading it.
Oh, yeah.
With this, it kind of looks like you're, I don't know, like just looking around as a movie unfolds, right?
But you get to take part in it more. Like, here, we'll actually play through this section before we call it quits. Because this is where we get to actually sort of mess around with stuff a little bit.
So...
All right. But, like, over here, you have to come observe, and obviously that's the mom of the missing kid. That's good old Preacher Papa right there.
Preacher Papa.
Yeah, Preacher Papa.
He's actually the dad or just the preacher in town?
He's dad.
Sure?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem too sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you can go over here and see his arm.
Isn't that a priest collar?
Yeah, priest Papa, fine.
I thought they weren't allowed to marry.
Oh, that's weird. I like it. I don't know if that's an animation jitter. But like, it's stuff like this. Like, you can like figure out what's going on. She's trying to comfort these people, and like scenes play out like that. While
wait, look at that thing on the wall.
Which thing?
There's a photo of them on the wall.
Right here? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Proof positive. Mm-hmm. He is a father.
You are the father. But
that's all it takes. A photo of you with a kid. It is your father.
Oh, that's all you need. But like, you know, you're just looking around, and we go in here. Here's Lucas's bedroom, the kid who's missing. You just go through his stuff.
Oh, wow. So pretty fundamentalist family, it looks like. Cross over the bed. Mm-hmm. The husband and wife, whoever, the priest and his wife are sleeping in separate beds, it looks like.
Yeah. And then we go in here. And it doesn't take much to progress through the game, as you can see. Like, you just look around a little bit and find stuff.
Did you ever get to the point where you're like, oh, I can't wait to like look at this thing, and then it would jump cut to something else?
Yeah, it does that several times. It's a great effect, too.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right. So we're in here now.
Creepy photo lounge.
I feel like that's what I would want my domicile to be called, Creepy Photo Lounge. And then you can look at little pictures.
He saw too much.
All right. And then, of course, the diary. Because, of course, there's always going to be, a journal. There's always going to be a diary or a journal with Telltale stuff and sort of these stories. But, yeah, I think we'll call it there for this test chamber. Oh, wait. What do we see?
Oh, gosh.
Yep.
Ooh, it's not even a deer. That's a straight up buffalo.
Yeah, it's a buffalo. But yeah, that's it. This game's out now, and our review is up. You can go check out both. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a neo-noir fan. But yeah, thanks for joining us.
I'm intrigued. I like the idea of a game without dialogue. So
yeah,
especially a story game without dialogue.
Yeah, it's super interesting the way where they take that. But yeah, go check it out. All right, later.
Lates.